Hi everybody, my name is Darpro, I'm a Sonic Adventure 2 Battle Speedrunner. Today we'll be having a little look at Death Chamber. So, I'm just doing what I do in this level and let's go have some fun. Let's go see what we got. So, you'll notice I have the treasure hint finder tool up, so it's telling me what the hints are. I'm not bothering to get a hint because we know where this is. It's Big Marshmallow. So let's kill this dude. Okay, you know what? This isn't a good piece. Let's go back. Let's just go here. Wait for it. Uh-oh. So, today we're going to talk about pieces in the game and how they actually work. So, this is a piece I just got, which is pretty odd because we reset. It really shouldn't be there, should it? But yet here we are. Enemy pieces are interesting. Most other objects have the key actually physically floating somewhere, out of bounds or in an object or something. But in enemies, they're actually part of the enemy themselves. What are you doing, Ghost? He's shaking his head no. But he's wrong, and we are right. So this key got spawned at those coordinates when I killed the ghost. And I did it in a very specific way so that the ghost died while I was far enough away from the key that I didn't collect it. And it turns out you can do this as many times as you want. So let's restart the level again. And that will stay there if I die or reset. It doesn't matter. It'll just keep staying there, which is an interesting oversight by the devs. But let's have some fun. So I can actually change the piece that I've got. Let's look down here at the tool and watch this change. So I just switched it over to Big Marshmallow for kicks because I know the code. This is cheating. Don't do this in a run, or you will make us all very sad. Anyway, I'm going to bring him over here. Come here, you. And there's another one. Want to see it again? Let's do it. So, while I'm doing this, let's chat about why this happens. This happens because I can actually spawn the key when the enemy dies, and it spawns where the center of the enemy's hitbox is, or wherever its coordinates are listed, I suppose. And I'm far enough away that I don't insta-collect it when it spawns. That only works on enemies that you can be far away from. So, for example, if I could throw things at this enemy to kill him, it would work just fine. So you can do this in Pumpkin Hill on the Three Brothers Tombstone Ghost, because you can throw things at him and kill him. And that works pretty well, too. But in this case, these are nice and high visibility, and I'm used to doing this. So you just want to punch him, take a hit, punch him again, and jump away. As long as I change the piece far enough away that he's not in draw distance, the game won't know it, won't be any the wiser. It'll spawn it in. Let's do one more, just to show that you can, in fact, do this as many times as you want. I haven't tested the maximum number of these that you can have. I should probably do that, but it gets really clunky because it only happens with enemy pieces, and they can only go so far before the enemy gets stuck on invisible enemy-only walls. It's pretty congested. There's 4 keys. There you go. 4 keys. So let's talk about the nature of this thing. They'll still be there when I come back in. We'll kill the ghost and we'll deal with this. So each one of these keys has a code tied to it. It's spawned knowing that it is OCOA. Happens to be the one for Big Marshmallow. But all keys seem to have that code in them. So they know when you're supposed to be able to collect them when you're not. Hey, Angel's Ring. All the keys. All the keys. So I can still collect these, kind of. But if I touch one and the code doesn't match what it expects, for example, you can see it expects 0001, black and yellow stripes. So if I grab one of these, it just disappears. The code doesn't match. It says, okay, something's gone screwy here. And it knows something's up. So it's like, okay, I'm just going to despawn that. Obviously nothing's going to happen from this dude, because there's no key in him. However, if I tell the game, hey, you should look for this code, so I'm going to put it in, OCOA. You can see it switches to Big Marshmallow. The radar hasn't changed at all because I'm still in draw distance. It doesn't matter. Now it works. So I've manipulated for this, or I've cheated for it, or hacked for it, whatever you want to say. But you can actually manipulate for this naturally in-game. If you were to get Big Marshmallow naturally, die after getting the piece of spawn like this, and just keep killing Knuckles until you got Big Marshmallow again, it would work exactly that same way. And now that I've got it won't work. Unless I make piece 2 OCOA. And just to show that this is possible, make piece 3, even though this isn't physically possible, the game doesn't care. The game can't tell. The game has no clue. It just says, oh, that's the code, bam. It references it, checks it, and then it says, okay, yep, this key matches Big Marshmallow, that's what I need, and then it works. And that's an interesting demonstration into how these work. The key does not care that it was spawned before. It does not care that you reset. It does not care that you are getting it at a completely different time than what it expects. All it seems to check is that, does the key touch you, which of course we do, we collect it, and does the key's code match what the game wants to see? And in this case, I made it match, but if it doesn't match, it'll just disappear. So this brings up an interesting possibility, and that is that if there are pieces in the game which are spawned all the time, or that are collectible, and you can match their code to something, you can collect them like they're the actual piece. So, for example, if let's say the developers left a Big Marshmallow coded key somewhere else in the stage, and you know, we knew where it was. If it always spawned, and you could always grab it, and you saw, okay, I got Big Marshmallow, you could go grab that key instead. And then the one out of Big Marshmallow wouldn't work anymore. When I collected, if I decided to grab one of those other keys when Big Marshmallow was selected for any one of these, unless it's looking for another key, which it should never be doing, you would not get anything. You would kill the ghost, and you wouldn't get anything. The key would just not work. Just like the one that the other one that I collected when it wasn't searching for that code. It looked at the code and said, okay, this is one we care about, and threw it away. So that's an interesting little demonstration. Kind of dumb. Little party trick. Oh, you know, you can make all these Big Marshmallow key spawn, which it's not really speedrun usable, but it's an interesting demonstration. And I'm going to do a second video showing another interesting trick found by Emerua that may or may not be an application of this. I'm not entirely sure yet, but it's an interesting demonstration of just some of the interesting things that this game can do. So, hope you enjoyed the little bit of science, and yeah, I'll catch you next time.